welcome to Performacast episode 20. I want to talk about, actually, it's a story time, so I want to actually talk to you what's happened to me. I went to the gym not knowing anything the one time, and I was in terrible back pain, and I had a free voucher for like one free session with a personal trainer. I thought, let me go and speak to him and see, he can give me a free session and see what he does. So, he was a very big guy at the time. I didn't look like anything at the time. I certainly didn't look like I was any type of gym person, that's for sure. But this was going back 22 years ago. And I went up to him and I showed him my voucher, my free voucher that I got at the gym for a personal trainer. And he was like part of a cool crowd, and he was like big, full of tattoos. And he looked at me, one look at me, and he actually laughed at me, and he made fun of me. And he says, "No, I don't. I'm not going to give you a free session." And he kind of snubbed me off. So I thought, okay, that's quite rude. I mean, like everyone is starting out, you should at least offer them some advice or encouragement and not just snub them. And then I started, going and training on the ball, like I explained in the last pod or one of the podcasts that, it was at the gym class and they brought out the ball and I took to it. And then I started training on the ball on the mat in the stretching area. And I would often get looks and snickers and people talking to me, telling me I belong in a circus and this is not part of a gym. And they would keep mocking me. I just continued. I didn't care what they said because I felt I had zero back pain. Yes, at the time I didn't look like anything. But I was determined because I knew the benefits it was giving to me. Then this one guy, another big gym guy comes up to me while I was training and he proper starts threatening me, like to get out the gym. He wasn't he wasn't working there. He was just some dude and I don't know, he was threatened by what I did or he didn't like what I did on the ball because I was starting to do like the climb ups and the standing and squatting. And I was starting to really get, proficient on the ball. And he starts threatening me and he starts almost, like I ignored him actually. And then later at the time, when I was going out, he starts chasing me. And he starts like swearing at me. I didn't like run, I just stared at him back. But I kept my ground. And then this other time, when I was at the gym, this runner who thought he was very, very cool, and he was stretching on the mat while I was also, again, training on the ball. And he thought it would be fun to kick the ball while I was standing and laugh and mock me. I fell and I almost hurt myself. I could have hurt myself, but I almost picked him up at the same time because then I was getting really strong. He got such a fright. He got so scared. And then my confidence, was starting shooting up. And I didn't care what other people thought of me. And people were laughing at me and, making these rude comments and nasty comments to me that I don't belong there. And, it's not meant for sissies and the ball is just for old people. And it's not... You're not going to build any muscle. It's just, why are you wasting your time? You belong in a circus. And I kept on getting all these remarks and people making fun of me and laughing at me. And I just did not care. I wasn't interested at all because I saw what it was doing for me on my body, physically, my performance, that I got rid of my back pain. I saw what it was doing for my confidence and I was able to stand my ground and not be scared coward and like I was before. I started seeing the benefits of our focus, and I continued, and I continued going crazier and crazier. And those laughs started turning to like, wow. And eventually, at some point, people were starting to ask me questions and like, what it does for you, can I try? And they were asking me advice on the ball because I was the only one doing it and it looked so different. People are scared of change. And if you do something different, they will try and put you down and knock you down. And you got to be steadfast. If you believe in something, you got to stand up for something. You got to stand up for yourself, because if you don't stand up for anything, you fall for everything. And because of that, I started my whole journey. I started helping many, many people, many clients, until all those people that were mocking me in the beginning, they look where I am now. I've got a better body than them. I'm more healthier than them. I'm a lot more agile, I've got a lot more energy, while they often get sick, often get injuries. A lot of them have quit training completely. And I just kept sticking it out. And it's amazing when you keep sticking to something that you believe in, no matter what, whoever tries to get in your way, you don't let them. You just keep pushing forward, moving forward, like I did. Often friends would make these jokes. So how are the balls going? How are your balls hanging? You got blue balls, all these sort of things. And I didn't let it affect me. And I just kept going, and kept pushing. And they in pain, they not in the best of health. Thank God, I am in amazing health and amazing shape and feel great. And that's the story I wanted to share. It's just, bullying and being laughed at. If you're doing something that you know what's right and you know it's good for you, don't listen to what anyone else says, because no one is going to live your life. You are the only one that has to live your life. So who cares about the naysayers or the people that try to get in your way? You just keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing forward. And eventually they will turn around and they will be asking you for advice. So until next time, see you then.